IPS Community Suite 4.2 is a pretty big upgrade in the version 4 series, and we're really excited to start showing that to you. I'm going to go over some of the things we've already announced so far right now. And as I do it, you'll probably see some things we haven't announced yet, so keep an eye out on those. And you also start to enjoy some of the new cosmetic updates we have. So the first thing we announced were the recommended replies and the new content messages. These are front-end features for moderators. So if I go in here, let me just post a test topic here. And then you're going to see some options show up. Let me post this topic, and then I'll just do a quick reply here as well. Okay, so under moderation actions, the first thing you'll see is add message. And this is really useful if you just have something quick you want to know at the top of the screen. Perhaps this is a political thing or something, a special topic that you want to make note of, so you can say something like don't forget to post your pictures here, and that just shows up at the top of the screen. And you can add multiple messages, so it's just a simple feature, but it's really useful for things when you have something that you want to highlight. And this works not just in the forums application, also works throughout the suite in blogs, gallery images, pages, articles, and so on. So it's a suite-wide feature, really useful depending on your needs. Let me just delete that for you. The other thing you can do is now on replies, and again, this works not just in forums, I'm just demoing it here in the forums application. You can recommend a reply. This is something moderators can do. So let's say as your moderators, or you are going through your community and you see someone who posts something really interesting, you can recommend it now. So you can say, and add a recommendation. You can see once you add a recommendation, it highlights it and also shows here at the top. And much like with the messages, you can recommend multiple posts in the topic. And so when a user comes and pulls out this topic, let's say this topic has 100 replies and multiple pages, it's a great way for them to quickly see the things that you want to highlight and you want to be sure they read first or be sure they read it all. And that's particularly useful, like I said, when you have a lot of conversation going on in a very active community. So that's great there. Okay, so that's these two new moderation features, which are really quite useful. And these can be controlled in your moderator functions as well. You can set if a moderator has permission to do this or not. So let's talk about now some changes we made in the calendar application. So let me just post another test event here real quick. And the first thing I want to talk about are the event reminders. So I'm just do a simple little event. I'm going to set this to sometime in the future. Okay, so because this event is in the future, I can actually get a reminder for this event. This only works if an event is at least 24 hours in the future. You can't get reminded for something that's tomorrow, for example. But I do, it works much like following. I can click set a reminder, and then I can tell it when I want to be reminded. So say I want to be 5 days before the event. And then I get, it indicates that I have a reminder set, and I can update it if I want to, or delete it if I decide not to. And these reminders go through your notification settings, so you'll get a nice email saying that an event is coming up. So really, really simple feature, but actually very useful feature, particularly if you have a community that's very event-driven, and you use the RSVP function in Calendar. It's a great way to remind people that an event is upcoming. And don't forget, users can also subscribe to Calendar on their desktop as well. They can get a feed of calendar events to subscribe on their phone or their desktop, which is useful too. Then from here, we also have our new delayed deletes feature. Now, the delayed deletes, it's great if you accidentally delete something. It's very straightforward. There's nothing really new you have to do. You just turn it on in the admin CP. So let's say I come in here, I want to delete this entire topic. So I click delete on this topic, and it's gone, right? But in the admin CP, let me just show you that actually here in a second. This shows up under your posting settings. Delete down here. It's permanently, and it's set by 30 days as default, or you can turn on to immediately as well. And now, this topic is delete as far as I'm concerned, but if I decide, oops, I didn't mean to do that, I can go in the moderator CP, I can go to deleted content, and I'll see that this topic is here. And one interesting, I can, right from here, I can restore it, or restore it as hidden, which means it puts it back, but it's hidden so only moderators and administrators can see it. Or I can permanently delete it. So, one really nice feature is, let's say, test. What is test? I don't remember what that is. You can just click it here, and it will show you in context what that topic was. So I can right from here, oh, that's what this topic was, and now I can go back and restore it if I want to. Right from here. Or you can do it from the other screen. So I can go ahead and restore this topic. And now it's back just as normal. So if I go back in my forum, you see it's back as if nothing changed. So that's also another really useful maintenance feature, let's call it, to make controlling your community better. And another thing we've announced are the new device management feature in 4.2. So now it keeps track of the devices I've used, and it keeps track of the logins for them separately. So if I go to my account settings here, I can see recently used devices. Now I'm on my local host here, so it's just this one. And also because I'm on localhost, the location doesn't really work here. And then I can see all the various devices I've used, and I can also disable automatic login. So if I'm logged on my phone and I lose my phone, I can shut off the ability for it to automatically log in. Now these logins do expire after a time anyway, but this is the way you can force that expiration. So that's the front end. It shows everything here. And also, if I have two-factor authentication enabled, which I don't here on my localhost, it also allows you to define those settings as well. And on the back end, here I have, if I pull up my account on the admin CP, I can see device. I can click that here, and it'll show you again a history of all your devices, and if the users enable automatic login, and if they've logged in with SSL or not for secure connection, and when the last time they used this device. It also keeps track of all my logins here, and also can show me if other members are using it. And on my localhost here, I have my test account that I log in as well. So I can view this here, and it shows me that user's account. And it shows that they're using the same device, which is useful to know if multiple users are using the same device to log in. And that's sometimes useful if you have people trying to circumvent your moderation rules. And then the last thing we've announced so far to date for 4.2 are new SEO optimizations. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can show you here, but the big thing we do with the SEO optimizations is we use some newer technologies that search engines use now to pull metadata from a site. So it helps to see more than just here's the title of the page and here's a link. It actually show you a snippet of content. It might pull in the first image of somebody posted an image, things like that. So that's just a brief overview of what we've announced so far for 4.2. I'll do another one of these videos probably next week when we announce a few more exciting features we have coming up. I hope you enjoy and keep an eye on our news as we announce things. Thanks.